two.
I must protect the one.
So he is going to go with the Druid again, and Pride first went with the Warlock. And it looks like the Warlock, it's kind of hard to tell from the hand. My guess would be a Zoo Warlock, but with the Dr. Boom, definitely just a strong card, so that could be thrown in pretty much every deck in Hearthstone. So we'll see how he wants to play this. Rusu, though, kind of got a much better hand than he had to start off with last time with the Darnassus Aspirant into the Shade. That seems to be a pretty good starting hand. He will be on the coin, so we'll decide if he wants to use it right away to coin the Aspirant or not. Because coining the Aspirant could set up a slightly awkward turn 2. You can't go with the Shade, so you're pretty much just locked into a hero power, unless he wants to use the Innervate there. But then you'd be floating a mana. So if you want to Innervate, probably Innervate out now, Innervate the Shade, and then next turn you can set up the Aspirant. That seems much stronger. So we'll see what he goes with there. Looks like they might be having a little bit of something going on here with the channel. I'm not sure what that is, so I apologize if there's any issues going on with the stream. We'll see what happens with that. Meanwhile, Rusu has the Elite Starseeker again. You can throw that down. And then Pride first here still has the Implosion, so that's looking pretty good. Just pick off the Aspirant to kind of slow down the ramp just a tad. Does set up Rusu for this really nice swipe here. So that was kind of unfortunate. He played into that just a little bit, but not the end of the world. He does have a couple things to reload with. If he wants to go with Lotheb here, kind of sets up the best trades on board. Looks pretty good. Good counter to Lotheb is a Lotheb. So here he's going to throw that out there as well. And then we'll see how Pride first wants to answer this. The Knife Juggler, always a good option. But I'm not really a clean play here either way. He's got the Knife Juggler into Imp Gang Boss. He might want to do a trade first, just so he doesn't like waste a juggle, if he's planning on trading with the Elise. So he is going to go ahead and do that. And then the juggle goes face. Doesn't really matter too much. He's got the Implosion next turn to finish off the Lotheb, assuming it's going to take a value trade somewhere. This Wrath, though, undoubtedly going to be for 3, prevent the Juggler from getting too much value. And if he wants to... Oh, he's going to trade into the Lotheb. Okay, sounds good to me. That makes a lot of sense, since he's going to take the value trade with the Lotheb. And now here, turn 7, Dr. Boom just seems like the best play to throw down on turn 7 here. It does make your trades a little bit awkward, so he's debating on the Implosion here. You want to play Dr. Boom, but at the same time, is it the best play because of how the trades are set up? Or do you want to take the guaranteed Implosion kill on the Lotheb and just save the the Dr. Boom for a little bit later. So opening with the tap means he can knock Dr. Boom, so he is going to go for the implosion. He gets the 4. So I doubt he'll make the trade here. That's just too good for your opponent. No sense in making that. We'll just toss out the Void Walker so we can keep the Imp Gang boss alive. Seems pretty good. Opening up with an Ancient Lore, always a good option. You want to do that quickly if you know that's your opening play, so that way you have more time to decide on what you're going to do with the cards that you draw off of it. It seems obvious, but some people will end up debating on that for a little bit too long, and then they've got a whole new bag of decisions to make once that comes out. So Arusu wasting no time. And now some more awkward boards for Pride First. The only way to kill that is to invest a lot of resources in it. Maybe you start with the Dark Peddler here, kind of see what you get. If you're able to pick up a Mortal Coil, you can trade all the 1/1 imps away and finish it off that way. But again, he doesn't want to start with that because he really wants to drop the Dr. Boom, but doing so means trading away his current entire board to kill the Druid of the Claw, so just Arusu doing a really good job of making it awkward for Pride First. He is going to take all the trades so that he can drop the Dr. Boom for going on the Dark Peddler. See if he wants to go with the Flame Imp or not. Doesn't really protect him from Force of Nature's Savage Roar, but he wanted to keep it anyway, so I think he had another play in mind there going forward. I was thinking potentially he might not have thrown that out there if it cost him to die to the combo, but that's not the case, so he just held on to it regardless. The Harrison probably not going to get any value here in this matchup. Neither one of these classes generally use weapons unless Warlock has a Jiraxis. That's potentially a card. Now just really debating on these trades. See how threatened he is by the Dr. Boom, or if he just wants to put the pressure on. As we noted earlier, Pride First is already down to 14, which is that magic number. So that's why he's debating on the trades here. But this play, by going face, does set up lethal on board with just the hero power. So now Pride First is going to be on cleanup duty for the most part. He's got 10 damage on board, plus Doomguard Power Overwhelming, assuming the Power Overwhelming does not get discarded. Well, you could do it first on another minion, obviously. So I take that back. We're going to start with the Dark Peddler. Oh, it should be showing us the cards here. I apologize for that. Why it's not popping up, I do not know. Seems to be a slight spectator error going on. We will get to see what he gets, though. He takes the Murloc Raider here. Not going to be a whole lot of help this turn. I believe a Power Overwhelming would have been lethal. And that would have been 10 plus 8 plus the Doomguard. Yes, it would have been exact lethal. So that's what he was fishing for there. Soulfire would not have been guaranteed lethal because of the order it would have had to do. They both discard cards, so it would have been a risk to get lethal with that one. But this board looking pretty good. Arusu still does not have combo. Pride First was pretty confident in that. He would have had to top deck it. Otherwise, he was dead last turn. So just wanted to clear up the board so that he wasn't dead and make himself a little bit safer, so that he pretty much only would die to combo, which he knew Arusu did not have.
What to do? Where shall I strike?
Druid of the Claw is coming out in charge forms to pick off the Dr. Boom, so that way now Arusu would have been dead on board. So we'll see what he goes with here. If he does open with a tap,
So many possibilities.
then that could be really interesting here.
Put this apple on your head.
Looks like we are having some issues with the stream maintaining on Twitch. I'm not sure what's causing that. I do not have any dropped frames on my end, so it looks pretty good. But I do see that it is refreshing on Twitch, so I do apologize for that to the viewers. Potentially, it's a Twitch error that's going on. We had this problem with them last week as well, even though I'm not dropping any frames. So I'll see if I can work on that even more before the next tournament, see if I can figure out what's causing that. But for now, the Bram Bronzebeard before the Flame Imp is interesting. He doesn't want to throw that out now. Oh, now he's dead to just the hero power. Ooh, so the sequencing there. Oh, okay, because he still had the flame. Okay, wow, I got caught up in the issues that were happening with Twitch here, so I did not see that he still had the knife juggler to attack with. So another victory will put him up 2-0 currently in this match. So Pride first, jumping out to a nice early lead with Druid and then Warlock. So he will just have to win with his Warrior, whereas Arusu still has to win with all three, and they're